start with a presentation from Mr. David Eichholz.
Thank you, Commissioner. In your board docs, we have a contingency transfer request, if you could pull that up. It's adjustment number 2860. And this request would transfer $22,200 from your reserve for contingency account to the general fund's debt service budget, broken down between principal and interest. And this is a payment in avoidance of litigation.
Is there a motion?
Yes, I move for approval.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
And the second item, I think, is, or was there?
I think you have.
Okay. So that wasn't. And Commissioners, this is a request, and it's related to the scheduled May 13th public hearing involving the tier map. After reviewing Section 1501 under the land use article in the Maryland Annotated Code, as well as a language that is specific to the 2006 as well as the 2013 proposed comprehensive plan, I was requesting, and I had spoken preliminarily with the county attorney's office about what triggered the request for the hearing that was scheduled. Reading the law, my understanding, what triggered it was comments that were made that were contrary to the actual tier map that was proposed by the work group, and there were comments from the planning director, and that triggered, based on the law, the necessity of having a public hearing. After looking at provisions within the comprehensive plan and the proposed comprehensive plan, it appears to address concerns that I had at the time about the deferred development district, because what it does is allow a review, and the language has not less than a five-year basis of that area. My biggest concern related to that area was what is essentially in the Maryland Airport sub-area plan, and so those concerns are pretty much addressed with the sub-area plan. And so I was suggesting, as a mechanism to move forward and negate the necessity of this public hearing, that the commissioners, and I guess procedurally that's what we had to work out, reconsider that vote to vote to approve the actual map that was proposed by the tier map work group, and I guess the follow-up would be to address in some written form the Maryland Department of Planning, to let them know that that they're, based on that decision, there would no longer be a need for the public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, Elizabeth just told me that she has had contact with the Maryland Department of Planning, and if this action is taken, they will issue a no comment letter, which will obviate the need for a public hearing.
And I'd also like to let the commissioners know that I did, with the understanding that Commissioner Robinson, as well as Commissioner Kelly not being here, that I gave him the knowledge that I would be addressing this in this capacity. So I did give him notice. So.
Okay. So you're looking for a motion?
Yes.
A motion to
reconsider? Would that be how it would have to be?
Motion to reconsider would be all right.
What would the best way be, just to expedite it appropriately?
How many meetings ago was that? Probably a motion to change your recommendation on the map,
and to accept the work group's
and to accept the work group's map.
So moved.
Is there a second?
And this will specifically move that Tier 2 property out of Tier 4.
Absolutely.
Okay.
and
We have a motion.
with
But ultimately approve the recommendation that was done by the committee that the commissioners had
Right.
formed
Yes.
for that purpose.
Exactly.
So that recommendation, that final recommendation would be what we
Correct.
would be voting for? Okay.
Yes.
all those in favor?
Aye.
No
Passes
opposed?
unanimously.
Okay. Is that the public hearing? Yes.
I'm sorry?
They're still going to have a public hearing?
No, that would,
would
that
not.
that should, we'll have to, we will have to get a letter from the Department of Planning, as Ms. Theobald's has
Yeah.
just talked with them, which issues a no comment letter. And getting a no comment letter, there would be no need to have a public hearing.
So, but for clarification, so what this would do, however, because there is a map, that would be sent to the Planning Commission, right?
Yes. We'll work with PGM and make sure that that takes place. And we'll certainly notify MDP by phone so that maybe they can give us that assurance by phone so we can get an early termination cancellation notice out on the May 13th hearing.